your hostess, Senenity R. Welcome to Cryptic Raiders. This is where we dig deep into the biggest myths, rating their abilities, intelligence, and their horrific appearance. I'm here with our three special guests. Let me introduce Raccoon, aka Samantha R.
Hi, my name is Samantha R, and my favorite food is fettuccine alfredo.
Doggo, aka Gael N.
Hello, my name is Gael N, and my favorite subject is math.
And Sir Sloth, aka Sidney Turner.
Hello, my name is Sidney Turner, and my favorite animal are turtles.
Our topic today is skinwalkers. So, here's some history about this creature.
Mothman originated in 1966 in Point Pleasant, West Virginia. It was a couple of miles west of Clendenin. Residents have also claimed to have seen it near the TNT area near town.
Probably one of the most famous stories about Mothman is the story of its sighting. The story goes, two gravediggers saw a black figure fly over. After that sighting, people claimed they saw the figure at night while driving, most commonly near the TNT area nearby.
Thank you for that, Raccoon and Doggo. So, based on that information, we can infer that this is a creature with the ability of flight that travels in the dark. What are your thoughts of this animal, Sidney?
The Mothman seems like a scary folklore creature. I think seeing Mothman can be a scary encounter, but what kind of motives does Mothman have on Point Pleasant?
I agree. It would be scary to see an 8-foot flying creature with red eyes flying above, searching the ground below for unknown reasons. Now it's time for some questions. For the first one, how has Mothman impacted Point Pleasant?
Mothman has impacted Point Pleasant by becoming part of Point Pleasant's folklore and being part of the town's identity. Becoming part of its folklore makes it celebrated by people, although it hasn't been seen in a long time.
How do people celebrate Mothman in September?
In September, Mothman is celebrated with a festival in Point Pleasant's downtown Main Street, which is often held every third weekend in September. Some attractions at the festival include music, guest speakers, bus tours, fun for children, and the Mothman Museum.
So, when was the last time Mothman was seen?
The last time Mothman was seen was the tragic event of the collapse of Silver Bridge. Silver Bridge collapsed on December 15, 1966, where Mothman appeared one last time above the bridge as the bridge collapsed, making it a couple months, more than a year, that Mothman has been seen for. Although there were rumors that spread that Mothman appeared a couple of times, such as 9/11.
Is Mothman aggressive to people?
Mothman has allegedly attacked no one so far, but it is usually seen before incidents occur. However, as mentioned before, the collapse of Silver Bridge, which killed 46 people, was blamed on Mothman, although it's unknown whether Mothman was the actual cause or even if he's real.
When does he usually appear?
Mothman appears before a major event with many casualties, such as the Silver Bridge collapse that he allegedly caused. People do say that the bridge was made out of poor maintenance, so maybe it wasn't the Mothman.
Is Mothman a mix between a human and an actual moth?
No one really knows, but he is described as a humanoid creature with wings. Mothman is 6 to 8 feet tall with big wings and red eyes. Some reports say that he has a 10-foot wingspan.
Okay guys, now it's time for our final bit. So, give me your ratings 1 through 10 for abilities, intelligence, and their horror aspect.
Mothman's abilities are to fly and perhaps know when incidents are about to occur. I think that the ability to fly is a really good one, but I'm not sure if the ability of knowing when things are going to happen is on purpose or not. Because of this, I would rate his abilities a 6.5 out of 10.
Mothman has the ability to fly and predict bad events, so I'd give his abilities a 5 out of 10 since it doesn't do much.
I would rate Mothman's abilities as 6 out of 10 because I don't think he has much abilities just except for his wings and the ability to appear when something bad happens.
I feel like there's no real way to rate Mothman's intelligence since he presumably has the ability to predict when bad things will happen, but we don't know if it's intentional or not. I guess I would rate his intelligence a 5 out of 10 because he has the potential of being really smart, but it could also just be something else.
He is probably fairly intelligent to be able to predict bad events, but he doesn't have other feats of intelligence, at least that I know of, so I'd rate his intelligence a 7 out of 10.
I would rate Mothman's intelligence a 6 out of 10 because there really isn't that much intelligent things he has done, but I'm giving him a 6 out of 10 just because he knows when something bad is going to occur.
Mothman, in my opinion, is really scary because he is seen before tragic events. Also because people could get really hurt and you won't know exactly when. You'll just know that something bad is going to happen. You also can't really fight against Mothman because you don't know when or if you'll ever see him. I would rate Mothman's horror aspect a 10 out of 10 because of this.
Overall, I think his horror aspect is pretty high because if he's around, it usually means something bad is going to happen, which is scary, so I rate his horror aspect a 9 out of 10.
I would rate Mothman's horror aspect a 9 out of 10 because he is a really scary creature being 10 feet tall with a 10-foot wingspan and big red eyes.
Thank you so much for listening. Come back every other week to hear our next ratings. Bye!